In 1 month, my buddy Michael was able to unlock his fry scream. Since then, he's now started a band and pours his emotions out on stage to his new fans.
And you might think he was born with this talent.
But when we first met, he thought he'd never live up to his potential because he sounded like a dead cat. So how did he transform? What exercises did he do? Did he sacrifice his soul to Satan? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you what I taught him.
I'm gonna reveal 2 huge fry myths, show you how to perform the scream, and show you how to fix the 4 most common mistakes. Then we'll talk about this guy's screams. Actually, you know what? Wait, we're not ready for that. Maybe in about 8 minutes.
Let's start. If you've seen a lot of screaming tutorials, you probably believe this first myth.
In fact, this prevented my student Carl from getting loud fry screams. No. But after I explained this myth to him, he got more power and more distortion.
Let me explain.
Most YouTube tutorials will say that in order to fry scream, you need to do a vocal fry sound.
That's when your vocal cords, these guys right here, do this.
But this ends up confusing people and making them think that they must do that and make that noise louder. But that's not the case.
And that's the vocal fry myth.
In reality, during a fry scream, your vocal cords need to press together and sputter like this. So when I do that with my vocal cords, it will sound like this. Oh! So this sensation is totally different from vocal fry. And I get many of my students to do fry screams without ever doing vocal fry. But understanding this is just scratching the surface. So a lot of people have another huge misconception about fry screams.
In fact, I had a student who did great high fries but could never go low. He heard before that fries just don't go that low.
And this is what I call the high fry myth. It wasn't until after I taught him the truth that he was able to finally go low with his fry. The reality is that there's different types of fry screams. So first off, can you crack your voice like this? Not everybody can do this that easily, so if you can't, no worries. It's more important that you understand the general concept of what I'm about to teach you. So your head voice is your vocal range above the voice crack. Your chest voice is your vocal range below your voice crack. Head fry screams are fry screams that are in your head voice. They're fantastic for going high, but not that great for going low. Chest fry screams are fry screams located in your chest voice. They're great for going low, but not great for going high. It's also possible to do a mixed voice register fry scream where you're both using a little bit of your head voice and your chest voice in the fry scream. Mixed fry!
But explaining mixed fry is a bit complicated, so I'll leave that for a different video.
So in order to have a full fry screaming range, you need to learn all of these fry screams.
Chest fry! Hot fry! Mixed fry!
So great, you now know more than the average person when it comes to fry screams.
That's good, but how do I actually do the fry scream?
That's what we're gonna get into next. So before I show you how to perform the different types of fry screams, I just want to let you know that despite what most YouTube tutorials say, there is no one method that works for everybody. Once again, I've been teaching this stuff full-time for years, and still to this day, I'm always amazed at how different everyone's attempts are. So if the following methods don't work for you, do not be discouraged. Here's one of the best methods I've found that works for getting my students to unlock their fry screams. So for a chest fry, you want to hold your breath and say, yeah. Yeah. So a lot of students report feeling the vibrations around here. If you do this right, it should sound wet and gurgly.
The silence that lasts between you and me.
For a head fry scream, you want to act like a crying baby getting choked. So if you do it right, you should get a wet and gurgly sound, but it will sound thinner than a chest fry.
You gotta listen to me!
Many students report feeling the vibrations around here, and it should feel like it's happening in a significantly different chamber than where you're feeling your chest fry. So once you get these distortions down and drilled into your muscle memory, you can say words with it. Change your larynx position, tongue shape, and mouth shape to get a whole bunch of different tones. So if you've tried these methods and it didn't work, then this next section is for you. The most common problems. Just one problem alone can add months onto the time it will take you to unlock your fries.
Some people need to overcome all these problems before they can fry. This first problem makes your fries sound weak. Let me explain. I had a student that sounded whispery. And it resulted in an overly thin sound. After I taught them how to fix it, the whisperiness went away. This problem is called airiness.
This happens when your vocal cords are doing this instead of this. So in order to fix this, what needs to happen is that your vocal cords need to compress tighter.
This next problem often leaves people feeling scratchy and like they need to cough. It also makes them sound buzzery. Here's one of my students making this mistake in his chest fry.
It hurts. It just doesn't feel right.
But after he fixed it, all the pain disappeared and he sounded better. This problem is using the wrong tissues.
So in order to fix this problem, you want to isolate just your vocal cords to make this noise.
This next problem is something that caused my student Brody to sound whiny. But after we fixed it, he says it feels better and sounds better. This problem is called
fry screaming with pitch. This is when you can hear too much pitch in your fry scream. Now, this isn't always a problem because in certain cases, you sometimes want voice to be peeking through.
Tell me what the fuck is wrong with me.
But if you're just getting started, I recommend removing the pitch. This next problem is what made my student Ethan struggle to get high fry screams. Can you go as high as you can go with your fry, say ABC? After we fixed it, he was able to unlock his high fries in about 2 to 3 weeks. This problem is
using the wrong vocal range. If you're using your chest voice and trying to do a head fry scream, then that's wrong. If you're trying to do a head fry scream, but you're using your chest fry, that's also wrong. So in order to overcome this, you need to become super aware of which parts of your range you're using and make sure you're using the right part of your vocal range to attack the right scream.
So, if you follow everything I've said in this video, you'll finally be able to... Whoa. What if I told you we're just scratching the surface of fry screams? Let's play a game. I'm gonna play a clip of vocals and I want you to tell me whether or not you think they are doing fry or false chord screams.
Don't you let me down! Slip my boy on your back. Forget you will tell everyone the damage. Sit down, you can't stop me. You can't stop me now.
Is it fry or false chords? What if I told you they're doing both at the same time? This is called a hybrid scream. So I want you to think of fry and false chord screaming not as a binary where you have to choose between fry or false chords, but instead I want you to think about it like a spectrum where you can add in as much fry as you want and as much false chord as you want. Now, I personally like it most when I hear a 50-50 blend of both fry and false chord distortion. So the question is, how do you do that? You also might have questions about just getting basic fry and false chord screams down. I'll go more in depth about fries, false chords, and hybrids in a free video training you can get by clicking the link below. Also, if you want to hop on a one-on-one call with me to listen to your screams, it'll show you how to do that as well. But since I've got limited openings, click the link now. After I got over all these hurdles, I was able to finally unlock my screams. I was able to play shows and make covers. But more importantly, I was able to achieve something I never thought I was capable of.